Well, I haven't started the show yet. Or can I?
Yeah, I would start it ahead of time.
Okay.
Now you got it.
All right, cool.
Now it's
All right, we're
recorded.
on Facebook Live, The Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro.
You
We got Rocco here who's training me and who's just being grateful. I'm so grateful for him. So feel free to just hold tight. We're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. Yeah, if not, thank you. Y'all, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Hey, Toby, what's up? Starting in a couple of minutes, y'all. Starting in a couple of minutes. Arvetra! Man, I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Take a seat. I'm going to start here shortly. This is Rocco, by the way. Rocco is, he's a vet here. He's a vet.
This controls your volume.
Oh, amen.
In other words, this slide, if that's too loud or too low, you can make it higher or lower. And when he puts his microphone on,
Here we go.
you can't hear anything going on unless you have your headset. But what
We're getting ready to
you hear-
start.
what you hear in there is going over here.
We're getting ready to start, y'all. Here we go. Rocco. Don't leave me now. My intro's starting right after this. So I'll just turn my mic up, right?
Yeah. When you want to fade that down, fade that down. Hit
Well, the
those
intro
buttons.
will be how?
Yeah.
This is not my intro. Okay, it should be playing right after this. Yeah.
Cool.
Here we go. Good morning, positive people. This is your new host of WCOM's The Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro in the hot seat this morning at 8 a.m. Welcome to the show. Sit back, relax, and be positive for this next hour. Live on 103.5 FM WCOM and the Positivity Push Facebook page. Okay, we're good.
Okay, that was perfect.
Was it
That
good?
was great. You see how you've got to blend in it?
Right, I blended.
See that? You just kind of fade out and fade in. And when you get a little break, you can take your mic off.
Okay.
And we can hear in the studio.
Right. Okay.
And
Is this good volume?
yeah, that's perfect.
I remember these days, man.
Yeah.
I grew up in the radio
Right.
station.
His dad is is a radio show host. Or
He
was.
was 30 years.
What station did he work in?
91.9 WFSS. We have a 100,000 watt radio.
There you go.
I used to have a deal there as a kid.
Right.
Growing
Right.
up.
Sure, so you grew up.
Right.
Grew up with it.
Remember how I
Good
told you,
morning.
Antonio?
Good morning.
The only way to really learn it is you've got to go
Jump
on the
in,
air.
listen.
You got to do it.
That's
Like
exactly
Rodney
right.
Weiss said.
Good morning, Elder Hines. Hey, y'all, swipe. We have a phone call? Was that a phone call?
That's my cousin. That's man on there.
Oh, yeah? Y'all swipe, share this broadcast on your Facebook, all right? Share this thing. So we're going to do a show ID right after this. And then,
Yeah, you can do the ID by you saying this is WCOMFM.org.
okay. I mean, I've got it right here. This is
if you got it on, yeah.
So I'll just do what? DJ PC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now you got to have the PC down. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
The red. You're going to be.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so we have a great show this morning. This is Antonio Santoro live here again in Chapel Hill, Carborough, 103.5 WCOM with the Positivity Push. I want to welcome all listeners this bright morning on 103.5. Thank you for joining this journey, my very first radio show. Thank you for being great at 8 this morning. Also, the viewers, yes, I said the viewers on Facebook Live of this broadcast. So go and like the Positivity Push page on Facebook, and you can tune into the studio here with me and my guest, as well as my trainer, Rocco. And WCOM is very familiar with Rocco. He may jump on this mic here in a little bit. He is the veteran around here. So while you're at it, visit thepositivitypush.com for a little bit more about myself, your host, Antonio Santoro, and the show. This show is really just a feel-good show. For people that don't know, and again, you probably don't because this is the very first show, but it just really is all about encouraging, inspiring, and empowering people. It's going to be a mix of uplifting music and interviews to kick off your winning weekend. Everyone has a story. What we do with it is what matters, right? You know what obstacle in life that you faced and has tripped you up, but eventually you overcame it, right? Yeah, that one. The one that you're scared to tell everybody, the one that you're scared to show your scars. Yeah, I promise you, that's the one. And so you've overcome it, right? You've overcome the chaos. You've conquered the chaos of that circumstance. But what if someone else hasn't? What if someone else hasn't faced the same thing that you have? Or maybe they have and they just haven't overcome it. It's your strategies of success being shared that will assist others. This hour of empowerment will allow people to share their stories, provide guidance, insight, and will assist others. This hour will provide wisdom with one goal, and that's pushing you into positivity. We have a great show today with my special guest. Arvetra Jones is in the house.
My man.
Let's get you. There we go. We good? There we go. Arvetra Jones is in the house. Say hello there to the people.
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Congratulations. This is
history.
history.
I know, history in the making. I'm so hyped, and I'm honestly so grateful and honored that you are my first guest because you are a man of many talents and just giftings. It's really just so awesome that you're here. So I'm honored, sir. So it's great to have you here. Let me just go ahead and introduce formally my guest, Arvetra, just kind of his background and where we're going with that. So Arvetra attended Pinecrest High School in Southern Pines, North Carolina, and holds a bachelor's degree in sociology from St. Augustine University in Raleigh, North Carolina, as well as a master's of social work from North Carolina Central University with a concentration in children and families. He lives here in Durham with his wife, Rotcelis M. Jones, and son, Arvetra Santana Jones. Since the age of 10, Arvetra has served in Christian ministry through rap and singing. He also serves at his church as a drummer, praise and worship vocalist, minister, and vice president of his church's youth commission. Arvetra and his wife operate as photographers, public speakers, and health and wellness coaches. After the loss of he and his wife's daughter, Rose, in 2014, Arvetra set out to find any reason that was worth living and not giving up on life. Through intense character development and mentorship, Arvetra recognized the call to help families build strong relationships with their household as well as their communities. He believes that systems in society can change and evolve if people are open-minded and willing to help one another. Using experiential learning education as his method to help individuals uncover who they are, Arvetra believes that we all have life experiences that can help us find our purpose in our lives. It's up to the individual to be open in discovering what their experiences mean as far as their true work is concerned. So I got to be honest, based on that intro, we're at the right place at the right time. This is the right prime time of purpose. And we're going to touch base a little bit more with Arvetra throughout the hour. I've got plenty of things to talk with him about. This is going to be a good show. So you all stay tuned. Continue to be positive, be ready, and let's do this thing, all right?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's do this thing. I'm trying to figure out what to do right now. All right. All right.
You doing good?
I'm trying.
You're getting it. That's the line in,
Yeah.
and the PC is there.
How long you doing with the do right
It's really just unfolded.
Really?
Really just unfolded. I work, you know Winston Vickers?
Yeah.
I work with him, right? And I was just not.
You see how these musical breaks are important?
Yeah.
Because it gives you a break to
Yeah.
get yourself
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
and what happens.
It's just kind of unfolded. I just wanted something creative and different, and it really is working out. So, yeah, I'm trying. All right, so we're going to talk about the topic, and then I'm going to start asking some questions. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Y'all liking this so far? Facebook Live.
I'm going to write up the weather
For your show? Okay. Hey, Mom. Mom, I made it, right?
Really? God, big.
Let me tell you, thank you so
I
much.
woke up. No, I was already in my place. In my mind, right?
Right.
But I went to go visit my sister yesterday, Ruth.
Yeah.
She wanted to feel good. I don't know what. They would take my body. I'm like,
No.
so I'm kind
What
of.
were you doing? Like, what happened? Going this way? Like, where were you just feeling that?
Just feeling it. I took a probiotic in the car. But I'm fine. Yeah, I had a guy by that's not happening.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. So I feel good. I'm excited.
Do you have a product or anything? I know you're writing a book, right?
Yeah, no, that's a process.
Okay.
Right now, just getting my thoughts on paper.
Right. Gotcha.
It could be it's going to maybe end up in a book, film, or whatever. But as far as product or services, photography definitely.
Yeah.
That's out, like that's right now.
Okay. So we'll make sure that
Yeah, we can talk about that. It's a few things.
Thank you, Michael. What's up, Jennifer? What's up?
This is the art.
This is it. This is just being creative, a creative outlet. Because when I was working with Wilson, I was like, because I was in education, I left education, I was just like, I still want to be creative. And this is, it just kind of, honestly, it's so good. It really is so
It worked out that way.
crazy. It's crazy. It's awesome.
You live here in Carver?
No, I live in Durham. Yeah.
So this is actually my first time ever visiting Carver.
Yeah, I mean, you blink and it's gone. So,
Oh, my brother. Yeah.
right. All right, that is Living in the Moment by Jason Mraz. And really, that's a great segue because we are talking about living in the moment today. Living in the moment. Again, this is the Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro at 103.5 FM WCOM, Chapel Hill and Carborough's Community Radio. So yeah, let me pause right there. Living in the moment, the Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro. Yeah, I have a radio show, y'all. This is my first show, and I'm super hyped. Thank you so much for the applause, Arvetra. See, I'm going to have you every week
Listen,
here.
man, this is exciting.
It is. It really is. And it's just really a moment where I'm living. And this morning when I woke up, I thought to myself, like, I'm living in the moment. Like, let me embrace every emotion, everything I'm thinking. This is a moment, even the anxiety and the fear of not even having any idea what I'm doing, let me embrace it, right? I'm going to be very honest. When I got the approval email saying, hey, you know, you have a show now, I was like, can I really do this?
Right.
Like, can I really do this? Yeah. But then I was reminded that comfort zones kill, right? Comfort zones kill. And if you're comfortable, you're not growing. Wow. But again, that's another topic for another day.
That's good.
So we're going to jump into some interview questions here, but I want to just, again, brief you guys. Today, really, we're talking about living in the moment, and we're going to transition a little bit here shortly, talking about the big game this weekend, Super Bowl, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So living in the moment, there's power in the pause. That's something when I was reflecting on this show for the weekend, there is power in the pause. Just pause in life. Do you take time to pause in your life, in your day? Pausing in this moment. You may be brushing your teeth right now. You may be sitting in your comfy chair, drinking your coffee. Pause in the moment. This moment is teaching you something, right? Living in the moment, and no matter how that moment feels, every moment has a lesson attached to it. Every moment has a lesson attached to it. Even living in this moment of my very first broadcast, I'm learning lessons, right? But being present in the pause and making sure that you're embracing every emotion that's attached to it. Because again, I mean, Arvetra was just telling me, like, he on his way here, he was feeling some type of way, like just, I mean, sick, something was up. And even that moment, just that moment itself was just like, all right, we're not going to have this in tomorrow. We got stuff to do. So
It's too much power.
Right. Don't give it too much power. I love that right there. Let's just stop right there.
That's right.
Don't give it too much power. Talk about that for a second.
No power at all. Actually, we were just talking, my wife and I, and my cousin, we were just talking last night about how powerful our words are. And when our words hit surface, when they go out of our bodies and on paper, or they go out of our bodies and go out into the world, I've heard this a billion times, that your words are powerful, but they really are though.
Yeah.
Like, your words are seeds. Every single word that comes out of your mouth is a reflection of who you are. You said living in the moment. It's a reflection of who you are at the moment.
Right, right.
And if you're not careful, you're gonna overexpose yourself, because a lot of people can kind of, you know, cover it up a little bit and feel that they have all the answers, or feel that they are okay. And but the reality of it is we all are flawed. And once we recognize that, we know that we don't have the answers.
That's exactly right.
Like Kanye, Sway, you don't have the answers. You don't have the answers.
Right.
We really don't have the
No,
answers.
you really don't. And that's the thing is, like, and I love how you just were so transparent right there. Is we all are so flawed. I mean, the bottom line is we're flawed. And the thing is, when we fully accept that, when we accept the flaws in all of our lives, then we can fully accept the healing, the everything that comes with it that will cure that, pretty much cure the flaws, because you got to first accept the flaws. I mean, because if not, pride gets in the way.
Let me tell you, my cousin last night hit me with something crazy.
Yeah.
And it's something again that I've always heard. Ben said, you know, we really have to, in order for us to speak right, we have to think right first. And how many of us, like, almost unwillingly speak first because we don't really know how to think.
Let me tell you, that's so true. That's so true. And earlier this week, I was in a situation, and I was actually on a conference call, and I thought to myself, I just sat back and listened because I didn't know half the stuff that was being discussed. But I saw and heard other people on the conference call just jumping to speak, and they sounded like buffoons. And it's because we have 2 ears for a reason and one mouth. And listening and thinking, as you were just saying, really does produce what comes out of our mouths, and that's powerful.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit more about living in the moment. Arvetra, as I read your introduction, and you have a very successful, established life, and you're growing in multiple variety of ways. But what is important about living in the moment for you? What's so important about that for you?
For me, it's more so letting go of the wheel. You said you was like, you have an established life. Like, I don't even. That is exactly what I feel like I am living in right now. My life. Not a career though.
Right.
Like the crazy thing is, like when people ask me, what is it that you do? And I'll be like, sometimes I'll be lost for words.
Right.
What do I do?
You're living life.
And I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm really living to make myself better as a person.
Yes.
And me striving to be a better person and closer to God, closer to myself and my inner self, that spills over. It just inevitably spills over outside of my control. Yeah. And so living for the moment, for me, I have to make sure that I take advantage of the moments, because if you don't take advantage of the moments, they're going to take advantage of you.
That's it right there. Let's stop right there. If you don't take advantage of the moment,
let's be
they're
clear.
going to take advantage of you.
Let's be clear.
That's so good. Either good or bad.
Good
like
or bad.
That's so good right there.
Good or bad.
So you were just talking about how we have flaws, and there's been some challenges that we all face, because again, I mean, I was reading even this morning, greater the affliction, greater the recompense, the multitude that comes with it. I mean, affliction is going to come in our lives. So and this is really and for those that don't know, the positivity push really is having people come in, talk about things in their lives and overcoming those things, right? Because we all find strength in our story. And so, Arvetra, I spoke a little bit in the intro, and you actually provided this intro to me, so you were very transparent about a very challenging time in your life. You can speak on that in more detail, or you can provide something else, but provide and describe a time when you've overcome a challenge in your life. Did you actually truly live in that moment, experiencing every emotional lesson that came with it? How did you cope? That kind of thing. Let's go back there.
Yeah, so I mean, I can think of a few different ones. I'll share just a couple.
Yeah.
In my younger years, and I share this with my young people I work with all the time. Of course, I grew up. People identified as Pinehurst. So you hear Pinehurst, you think of golfing.
Yes, that's exactly what I think of.
Of course, you can. But I grew up on the outer skirt of Pinehurst, so Aberdeen, North Carolina. So even people don't even know what Aberdeen is.
Right, I'm like, what?
Southern Pines, Aberdeen.
Okay.
So I'm in Aberdeen, and as a young man, as a young black man in Aberdeen, it was kind of tough because it was a very small town, small group of people, but the minority population was so small there. And long story short, my sister and I are in the subway. My big sister, Francis, shouts out to you.
All right.
Team BGV, background vocal.
Come on.
The plug. Okay, anyway. we're in subway, and I'm like 12 years old, and I'm in line trying to get this sub. And one of my school classmates, rather, her mother is in line behind me. And so they're getting ready to ask me what I want on my sub. And she skips me a line. And they're looking at me. The workers are black as well. They're looking at me. And I'm just a little kid. I was like, ma'am, like I was about to go. And she was like, no, like you niggas think you run everything. Wow. And so for me, as a 12-year-old, that was traumatic. At the time, I didn't know what it was. I was just like, well, dang, is this supposed to happen?
Right.
And so, that was one thing. And I still, there was no love lost there. Sure. The husband of that person was one of the sheriffs of my town. So, early on, having those experiences kind of built my resilience.
Sure.
Because I had a strong foundation around me.
Right.
That kind of showed me what love was about. Didn't matter what color it was. I had a strong enough foundation in Southern Pines, in Aberdeen, my high school coach to this day, one of my mentors, Mike Apple, is white man. Love him to life.
Right.
So that's one experience. The other one would be, fast forward to my life now, my daughter passing with Rose. So it's just different levels. Rose passed away 3 years ago. We have Santana now. Thank God for that, an amazing young boy. But my wife and I were pregnant. We were actually in California at the time, my best friend's wedding, Devontae his wedding. And we didn't think anything of it, but Roxellis' stomach started giving her issues while we were there. We thought it was, just gas or something like that. We left it off. But I remember the night before we came back from California, we laid on a air mattress, and we just thought because it was an air mattress, her back was just hurting.
Right.
We're not used to it. It's not our bed, so her back was hurting. We got back to Durham, North Carolina, and the night after, things just kind of, it was different. The house was different.
Yeah.
You could feel like she was talking about, having pains here and there, but we were like, faith filled, we're not going nowhere. We filled with faith, and so we stayed at the house. Later on that evening, the pains intensified, and long story short, we got in the car because the heating pack for her back didn't work. The medicines, we were like, let's get up out of here because something is happening. We show up at Wake Mail in the wee hours of the morning down the street from our house, and she's like staggering walking in the hospital. She's staggering walking in there, and so I'm like, what in the world? She got in there, laid down, and told her that the baby was fine. Fast forward, we get to the other hospital, ambulance and everything, and Rose ended up passing away. Complications due to in the pregnancy. She passed away. Roxellis had to deliver her anyway, though. Yeah. She had to deliver her.
Wow.
And they told us that when she came out, she would be, panting, unless she would be breathing, but that it would pass. It would pass, and that's exactly what happened. And it made me think of the scripture. Everything, man. Everything will pass. Everything has a season.
That's right.
Rose was here for 5 months, 6 months. She passed. Right. And it was just enough time for me to understand how precious life truly is. Like my family's been so fortunate to not have a lot of deaths. Yeah. And but now with that happening that close to me, it made me feel like, well, brother, you are not invincible. Right. You can definitely.
Wow. That's the lesson right there. I mean, when I say that there's a lesson attached to every moment, every moment that you're living in. That's the lesson, to really bring you to your knees and reveal to you what's really important in life, and that's so important. But I mean, just it makes you get. There's so many lessons there, but getting closer with family and experiencing a total different love walk. I mean, it's just.
I was exposed. Yeah. When just like a cut, anytime you have a cut, fresh cut, it's exposed to any airborne, whatever. Right. You know, and so at that point in time of my life, I was so deeply cut and vulnerable. Anything could have came in there. Right. My window, all of my gates were open. My eyes, my ears went and bought like a security system out of nowhere that I had to pay almost $50 a month for, just because everything was so open. Right. What we call fear. In other terms, I just had a lot of fear. It was open. But within that time, that space, God actually revealed to me through other pathways His words. Yeah. His truths, and that kind of manifested over the course of 3 years. And I'm here now. I feel like I've really just been living my life like these last 3 years. I can remember every detail. Wow. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
And I love that. I mean, just really, and even just going back to what you said prior to, talking about, what do you do? I mean, you're living life. Yeah. I mean, you're just experiencing every day to the fullest, and I love that. So, is that how you coped with such a tragedy in your life? You're in your. I mean, how long were you married at this time?
I think we were at 3 years.
Okay, so freshly married, and I mean, it's still somewhat newlyweds. I mean, you're still getting through things, and you think that you're having a gift of life come through with your DNA in it. That's right. And then this happens. I know you said you reverted to the truth of God and your faith.
Yeah.
What else helped with that?
Before Rose even came to the picture, I had a dream of my daughter.
Okay.
I still remember it to this day. Very clear visual of a little girl. I can't see myself, but I'm holding her, and you can see like the back of my body, the back of my head. You can know, I know it's me holding her, and she's looking at me, like, and I'm standing behind me, and she's looking at me, and I can see her. I saw that way before she even got here. I still see it now, and so that was like preparation for me. And then after all of that happened, again, the support system, prayers of people that care, and then also knowing that life just goes on. I'm thankful that the bills kept coming to the house. Sure. I'm thankful that my wife and I were in our master's program at the time, and our professors, though they were concerned, they still needed papers.
That's exactly right.
Because then at the time it's like, well, dang, nobody care about us.
Right.
But now, no, you got to go through what you go through, and you really have to move on. God really has us in a place where we can't control nothing.
That's exactly right.
So once you let the wheel go and understand, yes, I'm gonna feel some hurt and feel some pain, but let's not get it twisted. This race is not given to the swift.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You're gonna have to put the time in, you gotta put the work in for this.
Right.
And so all of those experiences really kind of encompass you. They make you who you are.
Make you who you are, exactly.
Yeah.
That is part of your DNA.
Exactly.
And you know what I love is that you said, you're glad the bills started, we're still coming in.
Yeah, man.
And it was not I say pause in the moment to really, to embrace everything, the emotions, but living in the moment doesn't mean being stuck in the moment. Like, you cannot be stuck on the sidelines, right? You cannot be stuck on the sidelines, just, woe is me, let me just stay here and have my pity party. That's not going to help anybody. I mean, what I do is, if I face a tragedy, or whether it be a job loss, a death, whatever the case may be, I give myself a 24-hour pity party, and then I'm like, all right, so let's see how we can move on from this, right? And so let's talk a little bit about these sidelines, right? So we know we're going to transition a little bit. We know that the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots are living in their moment this weekend, tomorrow. When their cleats hit the field, they're going to be walking a little different. Their chests are going to be puffed out. They're going to hear the packed stadium screaming. It'll be unique than any other game, I'm sure, that they've had all season. They made it, but we know that both of them cannot win, right? So I want to ask these viewers and these listeners, how super are you feeling right now? Do you have a Super Bowl in mind? We're going to talk a little bit for this last half hour about your Super Bowl. It's your big game, right? It's your Super Bowl, the thing you want to achieve in life, whether it's a job promotion, a healthy lifestyle, new opportunities or open doors. If you are on Facebook.com/The Positivity Push, I want you to just go ahead and type what your Super Bowl is. Tell us what your Super Bowl is. What are you trying to achieve in life? What is your purpose? And we're going to talk a little bit more with Arvetra about that. But first, we are going to listen to some music. Carrie Underwood featuring Ludacris, The Champion, because you are a champion.
We gotta get a clean boomerang.
How do I, okay. Yeah, we will after the show. Is that good or not?
You feel?
I feel good.
It's just,
Am I?
you're doing great.
All right, Rocco. High five, Rocco.
Yeah, man, you are.
I'm just trying to do something.
You really are.
I appreciate it.
It's just conversation.
Well, it's good stuff. I love it. And you have a powerful story.
Oh yeah. Y'all do.
Yeah, we do. You're right.
See what your listenership is. Hit that little refresh. There you go. See how it went out?
Okay. Awesome. What's up? Preston Martin is on.
Hey. What's up, boy?
Preston, Toby.
I'm gonna put this theme in.
Okay.
Now this would be the one when you go off and you're out. All you got to do is hit that start.
Okay.
And then that'll go for 4 or 5 minutes. It will always be. See, I'm on CSD. Now see how they had continuous? I got to take it off. Single.
Yeah, single.
So now I'm on single. I'm going to go to number 6. That's it. It's 4 minutes. All you got to do is when you go off, hit that, put it up.
C1.
On number 1.
Okay.
Courage I possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience.
Hey, people to get on, man. Hey, people to get on the show.
The P is the persevere. The I is for the
come on right now. It's live. We live.
Yeah, we're good. 103.5. And then the Facebook positivity push.
All right.
If he wants to watch it.
And the Facebook positivity push.
We're just going to go into the next song after this. He was just training. He just trained. Whenever you're interested in, he has a show right after from 9 to noon. And so if you're interested in,
Someone's wanting to see what you're doing on Facebook. Where do they look on Facebook?
they just type in The Positivity Push. It's facebook.com/The Positivity Push.
Good, brother. Put it down, man. I don't got my glasses. Hey, y'all, I don't got my glasses. So if you own, put your name down. I thought I'm getting old. I need glasses now, man.
Oh, wow. Come on, how old are you?
I'm only 31.
Oh.
That's the crazy thing. I'm still young.
Yeah.
I'm still young, man.
Did you and,
I want to put it so we can see both.
we can see both of us?
I can put it like right here.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna go live on the book.
The Positivity Push.
The Positivity Push on Facebook, yo.
You can go to positivitypush.com as well.
Oh yeah, positivitypush.com as well. Go to Facebook or the positivitypush.com.
That's right. Yeah, but he trains all new new hosts. Yeah.
This is you long term.
What's that?
This is you long term.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Like,
All
I'm serious.
about it.
Like, I'm so excited. Like, I really could do this. I told Winston, I was like, I need an outlet. And he's all about it.
You need an outlet.
Yeah, I just need an outlet.
This is gonna be good for you, then.
I'm excited.
This is gonna be good for you, man. You know.
Winston's good from like, well, I always work for him, so like, even
Really?
weekends, yeah. Well, no, I started working with him in like September of last year, October, as his assistant, and then just recently he promoted me to like his chief of staff for his mental health agency. It's awesome.
Yeah. So you still doing that, and you gonna be here?
Yeah, I'm doing this on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And then I still tutor. I Uber drive. I'm always hustling.
All over. You living your life.
I'm always hustling.
You living your
I'm
life.
living life.
You
And
living
making
your
money
life.
while I do it.
That's right.
But this is free. Like,
Yeah, of
I'm not
course.
getting paid. But
I told you my
not
dad.
yet.
My dad 30 years for free. To this day, I'm like,
Just because he loves it.
because he loved it, man. He drove 30 minutes every Sunday.
Wow.
There, 30 minutes back. And then still did a whole bunch of other events. That's what I'm saying. Like, now if you about this life,
Right. Yeah.
if you about this life now,
There's Winston.
It's gonna be good for you.
Winston Vickers.
It's gonna be good for you if you about this life.
Listen. I mean, your dad is huge, so I know that it could be fruitful, and that's really what I want. Is just God's hand is on this. I mean, I just want to encourage and empower people, and that's what it's about.
That's all it's about. You keep that you in a really good place.
I'm gonna cut some of these interview questions out because we have to wrap up 5 till. Hey Rocco. Oh, no. All right. So, how do I strategically plan for when my outro theme song comes on? I mean, he said it starts 5 till.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very difficult if I don't.
Well, what you do?
Do I just cue Hal? Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now, you can see what's on Hal
Here we go.
if you cue it.
All right. Feel this moment. If that don't wake you up this morning at 8:40 in the morning, if that does not wake you up, I don't know what will. I really don't know what will. So, right before that song was Champion by Christina Aguilera and Ludacris, and that was Feel This Moment with Pitbull and Christina Aguilera. So, again, we've got Arvetra Jones here in the studio. Awesome dude here. I'm so grateful that he's here. So thank you. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Rocco. Rocco, you want to get on this mic real quick? He's got a show right after mine. And I just want to bring him on. Give him a shout out, Rocco, and then Miss Bluegrass as well. Miss Bluegrass has a show Wednesdays, Bluegrass Breakdown from 2 to 4. But Rocco, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Antonio. It's a pleasure to be on your first show.
Hey,
I can tell you that.
I am honored to have such a vet in the house, and thank you again for training me the past couple times. I am so grateful for you.
You're very, very welcome, and I believe you're really going to be an asset here for WCOM, and you're going to pick up a lot of listeners, and people are going to tune in and want to hear what you have to say.
All right. So listen, I got your approval. I'm good. I'm good to go. Y'all check out his show 9 to noon every Saturday, the Music Hall with Rocco. Thank you, Rocco. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure to be on with you.
Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to continue on with this Super Bowl here, right? So we know Super Bowl's tomorrow. Right. And I was just talking with Arvetra about his Super Bowl. What is your Super Bowl? So Super Bowl, again, we're really just kind of defining this as what is your purpose? What is your goal in life? Your mission in life? Why don't you tell us a little bit? What is your purpose? What is your Super Bowl, Arvetra?
Yeah, I mean, for me, mine is simple. I just really want to go to heaven.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
And no matter what it takes to get there. More so the process for me, like just my best, trying my absolute best to make sure that I'm living right.
Right.
That alone is, when you're talking about a football game, that's like you giving 100% every single play.
Yeah.
That's why there's a select few Hall of Famers, and hundreds upon thousands of athletes have played these games. But you only have a select few people that actually make the Hall of Fame.
That's a great analogy right there.
You're really going to have a select few that's going to make it in those gates.
I like that. Hey, that's right. It's a narrow road.
Yeah, man, it's a very narrow road. I think for a long time, my blinders were on, and so I'm thinking I can just live right and whatever that means, and I can kind of squeeze my way through. Sure. Kind of like I've been squeezing my way through my entire life. Right. Let me get out of some stuff. I know how to say stuff. I know how to talk myself out of situations. But know that just gotta hustle.
That's right. And know that we are champions, right? Just like the song, we are champions.
We win.
That's right. We always win.
We win in the end, man.
We always win. Because all things work together.
Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady, I think he's on something.
Who you pulling for, by the way?
You know what? You're gonna laugh at me because though I train and I'm a trainer, I have pulled away from TV so much. Like I don't even follow sports. I get upset at myself sometimes because I'm like missing greatness. Like James Harden just went for 60 points. He had a triple double with 60 points the other night, and I didn't even see it.
Right. Not that you don't care, but you just didn't see it.
I had to look at the highlights. Maybe sometimes like my peers or my kids will come to me and say, "Did you see this?" And I have to front and be like, "Yeah, I saw it."
Right.
When I saw the highlights.
Right. You did.
It just.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm the same way. I just kind of just roll with it, and if I pick it up, I pick it up.
But I'm in Philly. I'm a Philly.
I'm going for Philly as well, just because they, from what I understand, they've not won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, came close.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb and T.O. they came close. Donovan got a little nervous.
Yeah.
You never know.
So, but they're not. Here's the thing. What I love about them is that they're pressing. Yeah. Like you're just saying, they're pushing.
Yeah, man.
And they're not quitting. Right. So we're all gonna have lessons throughout the Super Bowl. Despite, Arvetra just spoke a little bit about some of the tackles that he's had in life, the fumbles, and even being offsides. Like, he just said, I got to make sure I'm right. Being offsides, we can be offsides. But I just want to encourage the people that are listening. I want to encourage the viewers right now that you are going to score your touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. You will win your Super Bowl, whatever it is, right? It may take you a few plays. It may take you a few knocks to the head. But I promise you, you're going to get it. The end zone has your name on it, all right? So go ahead and just get that in your mind. The end zone has your name on it. Football players don't look back while they're pushing forward. So I need you to not look back at the past, even just the 5 minutes prior to now. Don't even look back at that. I need you to press forward.
They got to put the work in.
That's right. Got to put the work in.
Got to put the work in. Because though we win in the end, you're going to have to work.
Right.
There's a lot of football teams in the NFL. And it's just teams that are out here just because the money is out here. You can generate revenue.
Right.
And that's a way to live. Like, you could just live.
Sure.
Or you could win Super Bowls.
That's it. Right? You can just play the game, or you could win Super Bowls.
Or you could win. That's the difference.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly. So let me ask you, how do you, Arvetra, what are some key plays and strategies in life that lead people to a touchdown or winning the game of life?
Understanding your weaknesses.
Oh, that's good.
Understanding who you are. And though you understand, what needs to improve, you also magnify your strengths.
Right.
And you focus really on your strengths and build those up. I think we've been taught to really kind of build up our weaknesses first. But whatever you pay attention to is what you're going to actually do.
Right.
So if I'm paying attention to not messing up, or if I'm paying attention to not liking a picture on the gram.
That's exactly
If I'm paying attention to not looking at the next chick that walked by, then I'm going to look at it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do
really, listen, discipline is so key.
Yeah.
Discipline. You as a trainer, Arvetra trains, he's a mentor to many. Yeah. And so you know the importance of discipline.
Right.
You do. And so, not just in the gym and sports and all that stuff, but also in life, right? Like we get, this flesh gets weak, bro. This flesh gets weak, but we do have to, like you said, just continue to press. And I promise you, like, the press will be worth it. The push is worth it, right?
Always is.
Always is. So despite the setbacks, right? We're going to listen to one last song before we head out. And I want to wrap up with one challenge for each and every listener and viewer. A challenge coming up right after this song. We got One Life by James Morrison. And then I'm going to do this Fit February challenge.
Fit. They got people on.
Pastor Gavi's on. Thank you for your support. Michelle, thank you so much. Listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all so much.
Can you see videos on Instagram now?
I think so. I believe so. Yeah, you say it. Hey.
This is my last single, right?
What's that?
This is my last single coming up.
Yeah.
So
when I thank you, so we're going to do this February thing. I'm going to thank you, and then we're going to plug the photography and anything else that you have to do.
You can just segue it in as because of someone more photography, start making like raw, like then I can kind of introduce you to people understand.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast. I'm praying before I came in. Allow me to be inspired instead of intimidated, and that's what I'm being. I'm inspired.
Let me tell you, you're lighting up the studio, and that is so
good. Well,
you're just lighting it up.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the support from Facebook Live. Y'all share this broadcast. All right, that was one. There we go. That was One Life by.
That's a good song.
Yeah, that was good, by James Morrison. I love that song right there. So we've got a challenge to wrap this show up. It's called Fit February Challenge. It's time to kick this thing off. So every show this month, I want to hear from the viewers on facebooklive.com facebook.com/the positivity push. If you want to watch what's happening in the studio right now, go to facebook.com/the positivity push, or just go to thepositivitypush.com to check out some information as well. So Fit February Challenge. FIT stands for Face It Today. Face it today. Every day in February, I want you to face something that you want to overcome and be victorious. So it could be choosing to eat grapes rather than a Snickers. It could be choosing to forgive someone, or even, listen, calling your student loan providers. This past week, I had to call my student loan providers, which can be intimidating. And I mean, if you looked at my student loan debt, and for all listeners and viewers, if y'all want to pay on that for me, that would be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and speak that. No, real talk, it's intimidating. And so I had to call them. I mean, but I faced my fear. I faced the intimidation. We all have a Goliath, right? So these small victories each and every day of February is going to add up, and these victory moments are going to provide your positivity. So let's wrap things up with Arvetra. Arvetra, can you give us just right off, I mean, think at the top of your head, something that you have faced. I mean, you already talked about this morning, you were facing a sickness that you just were like, I'm pushing through this thing. But what's some things that you're facing, small victories, or even strategies that people can have, and how did it make you feel to get that victory?
I can speak on the health and wellness journey, of course. So my wife and I are health and wellness coaches, and one of the victories that I can say I've had from a physical standpoint is pushing my body to become just healthier overall, and getting to a place where I just felt good about my body and what I put in it.
Right.
Just eating a whole bunch of regular stuff and eating luxury foods that I call, like, all these different meats and stuff like that.
Right.
Taking that out of my system, putting it in, and actually feeling better overall, and actually helping other people get very good results. Awesome. We were just talking about that last night. We had people lose 100 pounds in a year, 50 pounds. Wow. Like, those are things you can push through because it's more than a physical thing. Yeah. Like, mentally first, you had to get to that, and then the pounds and all that stuff comes off. So, I mean, outside of that, just living every day as a man. Living every day as a man is already pressure.
Exactly.
Of course. So you have to deal with, the systems of the world. You have to deal with your own personal and internal, dealings and things of that nature.
Right.
So you have to deal with that. The way you get through it is through prayer, through fasting, through believing, but then also you have to work. Yeah. And and build yourself up every day. Load yourself down with personal development.
Exactly. That's good. That's good right there. Those are great strategies to face it today in February. Every day, I want you to challenge yourself to overcome just something small and be more aware of what you're facing, right? So let's just wrap this up. Thank you so much, Arvetra. Let's talk a little bit again prior to heading out. Just things that you are doing in your life right now that really are making an impact, not just in your life, but for others.
Yeah, so aside from our health and wellness coaching, my wife and I are photographers. That's primarily her baby. She's a beast. Rose Photography. Shouts out to my lovely, beloved Marcellus Morales-Jones. So she has Rose Photography. Outside of Rose Photography, I am the Ruth LaAntras road manager.
All right.
And so that is a part of who I am.
Yes.
I'm an artist, so I write and produce music. I sing. I'm in the developmental stages now of creating a t-shirt line.
All right.
Books, film.
Yeah.
Experiential learning, education. So I work well with young people. I do consulting work for people that want to, further education or increase their knowledge on how to connect with young people. And so
Yeah, you're grinding. And so I'm gonna be plugging you for sure on the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Positivity Push. So y'all check out Arvetra and all that he's doing. So last minute positive points, and then we're gonna wrap up with a final song for the show, The Positivity Push, with Antonio Santoro. Positive points for today. Power in the pause. I want you to pause in your life. What is the moment teaching you? What is the moment allowing you to feel? Just pause today and take it all in, right? And then no matter what life's tackles are, I want you to push within you. You have a power within you to push, and it's called the positivity push. All right, so just continue to have a positive mindset, and I promise you things are going to work out together for your good. Here is Blessed by Brett Dennen. So then, and then I'm going to fade this out and bring the outro.
Do you want to say anything else before you go off?
Yeah, I'm going to,
don't worry if you run a little late. Don't ever.
I'll talk over the outro and then I'm good. I'm done with copy. I'm good.
Let me get the people my social media.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll do that.
And I just want to make one last thing.
Sure. Okay, cool.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
I'll welcome the sun, the clouds and rain. The winter sweeps the sky.
So Rocco, how long have you been? Here?
Oh my God, I've been here since before we went on the air.
What's about
15 years ago.
15 years.
You've been in radio how long?
Oh, I first went on the radio in 1961.
Look at that.
Now that's 57 years ago.
Wow.
How old's your dad?
My dad is 58.
Well, when your dad was in high school, I could have been his high school science teacher. I used to be a high school teacher.
Really?
High school principal.
Okay, where at?
In the eastern part of the state.
Okay.
Little Washington.
Yeah, okay.
I spent 41 years in the public schools.
Wow.
I spent over 10 years in commercial radio.
Okay.
Before that and after.
Wow. Must be in the Army too.
Yeah.
Wow. Lived a wealthy life.
a lot of experience. When you get to be my age, you'll have the same.
Yeah.
You guys are young boys.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Almost every song that he plays, he's like, I've met these people. I'm like, of course you have. Of course you have.
That's cool, man.
He's met so many, but I'm sure your dad has as well.
Yeah, but I love it. It's a whole different world. I just remember seeing him with his feet tapping. Right. He's like getting into it. His feet tapping. He's changing stations. He going.
Right.
This is Arvetra Jones.
Right.
He used to go. My dad used to be like, I used to be looking at him like that. He really loves this stuff.
Okay, so my outro, my theme song's playing right now. Can I
This
fade
is
it
your
out?
theme, yeah.
This is
you,
my.
You,
Okay.
you can
Okay,
fade
we're
it
gonna.
out, but when you finish, just go to mine in the background and put up one, and then I'll come in.
Oops. You ready? You ready for this outro? And then we'll give you. All right, so we are wrapping things up with Arvetra Jones here in the studio. The Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro. It's been a pleasure waking up with you winners this morning. I'm Antonio Santoro, your host of the Positivity Push here on 103.5 FM WCOM, Chapel Hill and Carborough's Community Radio. Arvetra, let's give last minute plug and just last minute points that you have for the people.
For sure. Please add me on Instagram, poorboy_Arvetra. It's poorboy_Arvetra. My name is spelled Arvetra. And there you'll see a lot of my wife and I's photography. You'll see a lot of my videos and stuff like that I post for just inspiration and things of that nature. You'll see Santana up there and a lot of things that we do together. And I just wanted to share this with the people. I wrote this last night before I went to bed. Yeah. Understand that you're going to fail a lot. You're going to fail a lot. But through your failure, you will succeed. Mm-hmm. Every single one of us has been genetically made to evolve. Yeah. Every one of us has been that way. And so if you keep that in mind and understand that there are things that you just simply can't control. Mm-hmm. You can't control some things. If that comes and you understand that, be open-minded to the point where you can receive it, and that can be a seed that can grow in your life. Wow. As that seed continues to grow, then you will start to develop yourself. You will start to develop people around you, and life will just make more sense. Mm-hmm. Life will make more sense if you understand, listen, I'm going to fail. I'm not perfect. Right. But I'm striving to get there. You will never be perfect here because this is not a perfect place. Right. But if you continue to work, mm-hmm. then you'll get there. So I wanted to share that with the people. You can evolve if you want to. You're going to win, but you have to want to. That's it. You got to work first, and then it's going to come later.
That's it. Thank you so much. That's powerful right there. Thank you, Arvetra, so much. I want to thank the listeners of WCOM and WCOMFM.org, as well as the online viewers and listeners. And Facebook Live viewers as well. You can check out the Positivity Push Facebook page at facebook.com/The Positivity Push or thepositivitypush.com. I will see you all next week at the same time, 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. Be great today and this week. Arvetra, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I finished up my first show.
Congratulations.
What? This is awesome. All right. Up next is Rocco with the music hall. From 9 to 12, actually probably 9:01 because I did go a minute over, so forgive me, sir, but I do appreciate the time this morning. Thank you all for letting me come into your homes, your cars, and everywhere else. Have a great Saturday and rest of your week.
Love y'all.
Is it playing?
Theme will always be that same theme that I'll go on.
Okay.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man.
All right.
Yeah, you can breathe again. You can breathe again.
It's all right. You're going to do well.
How you feeling?
I feel so good.
Feel good?
I feel so good.
That's good.
I feel so good.
That's good.
This was awesome. I think we...
Let's see what this listener deal is. I bet you picked up more.
I don't know. I know it went up to like 10 earlier.
It's up to 8.
Okay, but this is not totally accurate, right?
Right. This is just one way of somebody listening.
I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah.
All right, Facebook
Okay, now
Live.
stop this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's stop.
You got to hit stop.
Okay, cool.
And you see it says resend.
Mm-hmm.
And now USB, now you can take it out.
Cool. And I'll probably drop that in the Dropbox.
Yeah.
All right, Facebook Live viewers, Thank y'all for joining me this morning. The Positivity Push with Antonio Santoro, Arvetra back here, Rocco.
See, I'm going to put my flash drive in and see what we can get. Okay, it's ready.
Thank you guys so much. PositivityPush.com for any more information. Y'all have a great Saturday. Chat with you guys later.
What's up, man? Hey, man, congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Arvetra, tell the people bye real quick.
All right, y'all. Love you. Peace. Take care. Congratulate this man.
Okay,
This dude
take
is a
care.
beast.
No, this one is. And I'll be posting his information here shortly, all right? Y'all have a great Saturday. Be great. Be positive.